important facts and events that happened on my birthday and my birth year, which was I was born in September 29th, 1996. And I broke down the categories into five main categories. I did the economy, sports, movies, games, and just some other fun facts about certain things that happened in that year. So to start off, we'll start with the economy. Gas was extremely cheap back in 1996. I believe you can get gas for in the average gas prices in the United States were a buck 23 a gallon. So I think today gas right now costs about 2.19 a gallon. So almost a whole dollar cheaper. Um, the president of the United States back then was Bill Clinton. He was in office. Um, Stamps were only 32 cents. Now I believe they're 75 for a stamp. I'm not 100% on that though, but I know there's still a lot more money than 32 cents. Um, so sports, some of the big sports were baseball, the World Series. The champions of the World Series that year was the New York Yankees. And then for football Super Bowl champions were Chicago. Chicago Bills won the Super Bowl that year. And then, of course, we have to talk about hockey. The Stanley Cup champions that year were the Colorado Avalanche. Movies. There was a bunch of good movies out that year, but the top five that I picked from the top 10 list of that year were Independence Day was a big movie, Twister, Mission Impossible, The Rock, and The Time to Kill were the top five movies that were out back then. I haven't seen, I think, three of them. I think I've only seen Twister and The Rock. They're both good movies. So now we'll get into games. Um, the biggest one was Nintendo 64. It was released in 1996, I believe in May, and within the first 4 months, it sold over 500,000 copies. It was very successful. I know a lot. I actually have a friend that still plays it and still has a Nintendo 64. Another big game that was released, or not really a game, but a card game, was Pokemon. I'm sure everyone knows what Pokemon is. It was very popular back in the day, and kids still play it today. It's always going to be one of those popular games I think kids will know. And then it also turned into a big TV series. So that started in 1996. Um, some fun facts now. Well, not really fun, but the number one song that was out in 1996 was the Macarena. I think everyone knows that song. I'm not gonna do it, but at parties back then, the Macarena was one of the big things that everyone would do, and that song came out in 1996. Um, a big one that no one really knows about was the internet site, the website Google, was actually found